Hey guys, so we're going to do a reading. So this will be a current event. It will be a reading. I'm not sure exactly how. I'll tell you, this is kind of a unique one. I'm not sure exactly how to approach this reading. I'm going to really just kind of go with the flow, see where it leads. Now, I normally wouldn't have talked about this topic, but once in a while I talk about something if it's really a big current events issue. Like maybe I don't want to deal with it and stuff. Maybe I don't like the person, or maybe I feel it too celebrity like. Um, but if it's really impacting the collective, then I may be like, you know what, let's take a look see. Okay. Like of course I like Johnny Depp, but like when I took on that trial, I felt that was really going to impact the collective, and that was definitely something I wanted to look at, because especially when it comes to, being a truth seeker, I really like to try to get to stuff, so that's a little different. This one is kind of a like, do I really want to do this? But then as it is impacting the collective, where some people maybe they don't feel impacted, but others are being affected, impacted, on a very strong level. I want to go ahead and look at it. And I'm just going to kind of sit with it, see what Spirit has to say. I may say some things that are kind of uncomfortable because I have a little bit of strong opinions on some things that might be a little different. I'm going to try not to offend anybody, but I do have some kind of strong opinions. Some of it because of my own background, because my children, and I've told you guys, my children are biracial. Their father was African American, God rest his soul. So I have a little bit of a thing there, that I know, when I kind of think of way back in the day, of people I knew, friends I had, or maybe they weren't friends, let's put it that way. Some weren't. Um, some people that were maybe white that dated African American, um, you know, were were they dating African American males because they thought it cute and trendy, versus maybe an authentic, really love connection, kind of thing. I've seen that. I've seen some issues like that before, which when I look at the Kardashians, they fill the bill for that kind of thing, a lot. Okay, which has also caused a little bit of a ripple. That there are some others who, as people really try to copy them, are kind of they do that. But yes, they eat African American men for lunch. Okay, they have done that. Okay, they in various ways. Like say they have a big thing with them, and maybe when they're done with them, they eat them for lunch, and then they go on to the next African American rich whoever. I know that's a very strong, and maybe I sound kind of rude, but I'm telling the truth. Okay, I'm telling the truth, and um, like even the case that I read here, if you had to go back, I'm not sure exactly what month this was. There is the case of the OnlyFans model, Courtney Clenny murder case. Okay, so she's this Instagram model. She's wanted to live the high life. Actually was getting pretty successful, and her boyfriend, African American, might have been a fiance. I'd have to go back. This is a little bit ago that I did that reading. She basically killed him. Okay, she was abusing him. And I really feel this was kind of. I kind of felt like when I kind of dig in that read, she's kind of trying to be like the Kardashians, especially like Kim Kardashian, who of course is incredibly successful, famous, just cause I guess, and is kind of branded herself, and all the Kardashians have managed to successfully brand themselves, which has caused a lot of people trying to, emulate their success, and anyway, so this Courtney Clenny, has made statements and been on interview. I will only date, you know, um, rich black men. She pretty much said it like that, which it really kind of made me feel like she's kind of trying to be Kardashian and eat them for lunch. Well, she killed one, okay, and stuff. So there's, like I said, I'm trying to be very cautious. But like I said, I have known people back in the day, like when I'm kind of going way back, you go into the 80s and the 90s. I mean, I'm going way back. And I remember, I remember some people and their mentality, that it does seem maybe it was a trendy kind of thing. And see, unfortunately, and I made some statements, I believe, in that video, because I've also seen some TikToks of the aftermath. Um, some women who say somebody, where they thought it was cute and trendy and maybe had kids, um, later maybe those relationships broke up, whatever, and maybe it's not, you know, maybe it's not cute and trendy for them anymore, but they've got biracial children, as some of these children have grown up in uncomfortable situations. Now, I know there's a lot of loving mothers. Do not get me wrong. Hopefully I'm one of them, right? And stuff. I've tried to do right by my children, but there are those that even the children dealt with racism of maybe the mother or whatever, and had very bad experiences. And I know I've seen some TikToks, and I just want to hug these poor kids, as they're kind of growing up, and things they experience, things their mothers would say to them, and it's just it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing that I could say. And I guess with me, with the kids, I will tell you, just for me, with raising them when they went to school, very fortunate. They never really had any issues with friends, or at least that I know of, that they've really addressed, that I've seen, that they had to deal with any kind of hard backlash of other kids or stuff. I'm very, very fortunate. And I never really had, friends or anything, and people who are normally cool. Now, I know my ex, father of kids, like I said, God rest his soul, there were sometimes maybe his friends would kind of say stuff, because, like, for instance, when my son was born, he was very, very light. And so sometimes, people, sometimes his friends would kind of give him a hard time about that. He get mad. He did not like that. It's, because that's his son. He didn't care. That's his son, and stuff like that. So he's, I remember him telling tales of being at the barbershop, and sometimes the guys would give him a hard time, and so, but we didn't have to deal with as much of that kind of stuff. We were, thank God, I'm very thankful, thank God, didn't have to deal with too hard of stuff. But anyway, but my point is, like I said, I'm trying to be careful not to be offensive. I'm trying not to be judgmental, but it is some things I observed while growing up, while having my own family, people I knew. Sometimes people, forgive me, I'm trying to be careful here. Like there were sometimes the girls, though clearly white, would be talking, what I guess they would deem, maybe as black or whatever, and just being, just being really, and it's just kind of offensive, where they might think it's cute, it's offensive. I find it offensive. So just, stuff like that, just really, things that, but like I said, the aftermath. Now, of course, those that are loving parents, no matter what, and that, it's just, these are my children, and that's the way it is. Hopefully, like me, those, they're awesome, but there are those, like I said, some kids, like maybe, the party's over, it's not trendy anymore. Maybe mom got worn down by the family and friends, and whatever, and started being kind of rude to their own kids. That has happened. Even calling their own kids names, or just various things that happens, that you would think it doesn't, but it does. Okay, because like I said, there are young people on TikTok that have had some very negative experiences. Okay, that tell their story, which, like I said, I feel is so bad. I just wish I could talk to them and let them know, hey, and stuff. Not all mothers that with this skin color were like that too. They're biracial kids, black kids. However my kids want to identify. They say biracial, they say black. It's either one. So, but anyway, my point. Let me get to it, because I just want to kind of spin so you understand. We're going to talk about Kanye West. Now I unload it, right? And I sometimes look at this anger and this rage that is going on with Kanye. He's clearly, admitted to having some bipolar disorder. But certain things that have gone on, we've kind of seen in the media over time, especially with this marriage and relationship with Kim Kardashian and dealing with this powerhouse of the Kardashian family, which he's kind of a powerhouse in himself. I mean, he's built himself his own career. It's not like they made him. He made himself. You know, I definitely as one, you know, especially the hip hop and the rap and everything. He made himself. You know, so of course, you know, Kim Kardashian zones in on that, right? You know it. You know it's all about status. It's all about, you know, that's what it is. Okay, that's the bottom line. And I really feel in some ways that, and really in a lot of ways, that this family broke him down. Okay, and, you know, where he, like I said, he in some ways can be, you know, a strong, obviously he's a strong personality, but they really broke him down in many ways. Okay, you know, that we could, if we really dig and look, but I could just see it. I could just see it. You know, just various things. This is some you know, seriously, and I'm not making an excuse for his bad behavior, guys. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'm coming at a different angle that maybe you didn't see coming. But sometimes, you know, you got to really try to observe from a different angle, you know, to understand maybe some things that are going on. Just kind of flip out the things he's saying. You know, and I know he's got some problems there, but I really feel some of the core of it is because of his association with that family. Okay, that family that really, you know, is kind of poison. I know the Kardashians have a lot of fans. I know they have a lot of people look up to them. I know they have a lot of followers. I know they're very beautiful, but they're very plastic. You know, and things. But, you know, they do. I mean, they eat African American men for lunch. You know, once they're done with them, they throw them away, and it's game over. Okay, so really, you know, and obviously, like even for example, one of the things, Kanye West was getting very upset with Kim Kardashian putting his kids on TikTok. He doesn't want them on TikTok, and you know what? I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I said, if anybody has looked into, like, say the various mothers who have had their little kids on TikTok, have you kind of observed some of the people following in the comments, some of the people make about these children? Okay, children, little ones, you know, like if you're a mom on TikTok and you got kids, keep your kids out of your videos. Okay, over there especially. I mean, it's one thing if you have a little private, you know, Facebook, and maybe just with your friends, you know, of course, make sure the photos are, but even then, be careful. But TikTok, don't put your kids on those videos, because the people following are okay. There's some really spooky shit going on. So I am 110% on board with. I'm not a fan of Kanye West, and we're going to talk about it because I'm very disturbed by the things that's coming out of his mouth. But I am 110% on board. Why he came out and he was sick of Kim's shit for putting his kids on TikTok. I'm 100% with him on that. It is inappropriate. And if he, as a parent, is trying to say, hey, we need to come to an agreement. I don't like this. I'm not comfortable with this. Okay? She needs to listen. That is the father of her children. But you know, this is the Kardashians. They don't give a frick. Okay? They want it's all about anything to elevate themselves, including Kim being cute on TikTok with the kids. Which, like I said, this is a place where, like I said, if you guys have TikToks and you got cute little kids, little girls, little boys, whatever, do not make videos with your kids on there. And if you've got them on there, delete them, because the people that follow, okay, there's a lot of wackos on there. Okay, there, and it's and oh my god, okay, I don't want to go on. There are so many things I could say that I've seen. You know, there are mothers that are pimping their little kids, dressing them all cute and a little too cute just to get followers, just to get likes. What are they doing with their kids? I mean, there are some things I've seen that I'm like, what is happening here? And then the comments, okay, from dirty old men, maybe dirty young men. There's some really disturbing stuff, guys. So I'm 100%, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50 on board with Kanye for not wanting his kids on a TikTok with Kim. I don't give a damn. I'm 100% in support of him for that and being upset. I see, this is the things like when they mess with him, okay, with his kids and stuff. This is some stuff that has pushed that man, to the breaking point. Like I said, I know he's saying some things, but I know he's got some issues. He's got some issues. And I'm not saying he's a likable person to me necessarily, but I do feel they are pushing this man. And part of the reason we're seeing these weird things happening with him, part of it, I'm not saying all of it, I'm saying part of it is there is some damage that has been done to him over the years. And I'm actually concerned, about his well-being here. And stuff. Then also he does have a lot of influence. Now there are people who listen to, there are people, who do, but I also hate the fact, that of course you got the right and, various and everything that are just, applauding and all this. He has the White Lives Matter shirt. He's kind of, I know he likes to shock, and he's but that probably wouldn't even bother me that much. I know it's not appropriate. I know, guys. I know there's a lot of people who are pissed off about it. It's the comments, especially that he recently did about the Jewish people. Okay. And now he's getting in. Hold on, I'm having a. Now he's getting into some areas that are getting really ugly and stuff. His one Twitter statement, this whole, DEFCON 3 or whatever. You've heard the comments, right? Sorry, I'm having a moment. I have a lozenge in my throat. Let me take a drink here. It's a wine night. To make my point, let me pull up an article. And just some things. And like I said, I'm not trying to excuse bad behavior. I'm trying to understand it. Okay, so I want you guys to understand. And that's why I tried to kind of give you just a little bit. Like I said, I know what I kind of said may sound a little uncomfortable. And I know if somebody is a mother of some biracial kids, they might be like, hey, you did, But, it's a real thing. I'm sorry. It's a real thing I've seen. And stuff. And, where, I guess, like, when I was in my relationship, I was just myself. I mean, I was just, I was just myself. And, it was love. I mean, he was, the charisma. I just fell, and stuff. It's just, that's what it was. And everything, and you got to understand too. I mean, yeah, sure, in a relationship, especially back in the day and when younger and stuff, it must be love if I was willing to possibly face, or him even, what, the way society can be. There was a couple of times I remember driving in a car once and somebody shouting stuff from another car, some white guys. I remember some horrible things, and I will tell you, I'll tell you once. Now this my ex wasn't in the car this time, but I remember I was with one of my friends who was with her boyfriend who was African American, and she was she was a good person. She wasn't. There was no Kim Kardashian typeness with her. This is but they were very close. As a matter of fact, this man I just found out passed away very recently and stuff. He was a good person. But we were going to we were very young. I mean, early 20s, and we were actually going to a hair show thing that day or something. Like we were gonna have our hair done and whatever and do a little hair show. And he was in the car with us. Her boyfriend. He was African American. And so it was me, her, and another girl and another girl. So it was 1, 2, 3. Okay, so four, Caucasian ladies, very young, and one African American. So we were at the freeway and look over to the side, and there's these, you know, guys in a truck, and they're, I don't know, they're kind of hick or country or redneck or whatever. It's kind of beat up truck, right? This is gonna be an ugly story, guys. Okay, but this is okay. So anyway, they started making very obscene gestures to us, very that I can't show you guys. Okay, they were being very vulgar and disgusting, and stuff. And we're looking over, and it was very offensive. And so he, because you know, he started clowning him. He started clowning him, and talking back to him, and he was like, you know, put, he was standing up for us, basically. Sean, God rest his soul, was standing up for us, except because these guys were being really disgusting. So anyway, then after a little bit, they started the fire. I saw the rage. And so when the traffic started moving a little bit, they cut off the traffic real quick, got in front of us, and one came out with a baseball bat and started smashing the car. Luckily, got back in the car and left but they were aiming for him, especially. And luckily, nobody got hurt, but it was a very scary, scary moment. Okay? And I'm just thankful they never got a hold of him. I wouldn't have worried about us as much. Maybe, but I was way more worried about him. And luckily, thank God, nothing happened where they drug him out and did something to him and stuff. And they were the ones who started it. They were the ones being vulgar, and he was just standing up for us. Okay, this is some people are assholes. Okay, some people are assholes. This is, reality. This is the thing. And some, what those people don't like, interracial couples. Okay, I mean, they're possibly talking about making it illegal and stuff, even though Clarence Thomas is sitting on the Supreme Court. Okay, this is America. I mean, this is some ugliness. Okay, and stuff. And it's one of those moments, in my past, in history, that, to see that, so the look on people's face, the anger, the rage, like, where is it coming from? Why do you gotta be so? For one, they were being very disgusting. We're just young little girls here, okay? And then, and they're all pissed off because he's sitting in the car with us. Okay, so much I could say on that. Okay, which really angers me. So, woo, bad times. But yes, God rest his soul. He just recently passed. He was a very good person. And everything, and just kind of, I'm gonna dedicate this video for him, because he was very brave to stand up and call them out. Let them know who they were, and they didn't like it. Well, that's who you are, and stuff. Hopefully they're in jail somewhere or something, or maybe dead. I don't care. I don't care if they're dead. So anyway, oh man, it's a crazy thing. So anyway, yes, I do kind of have strong, things about that, though, because there could still be, Kardashian women out there, okay? And so I do have some empathy for Kanye to a degree, because, I know this kind of powerhouse of a family, and the way they are with their men. Okay, they're man-eaters. They're succubus. Okay, that's the way it is. Okay, so let me, I want to pull an article. Let me kind of explain some things. I'm not sure if you guys are aware. It's definitely something I'm going to refresh my memory here. And let me see if I can pull up the article. Kanye West and not being able to go to his daughter's birthday party. Let me see if I can find it. Kanye West was not allowed to attend his daughter's birthday party. And this was, I believe this was in sometime, yeah. So remember she's doing this whole Pete Davidson thing, right in his face, and there was some weird stuff, and but yeah, Kanye West claims he wasn't allowed to know where his daughter's birthday party was today. So that was on January 15th. Oh, does she have a Capricorn daughter? Yeah, wasn't invited to daughter's party. They have a big party. I'm not sure if he did actually show up, but there's this whole thing. Now, there is also, even in September, Kanye West shouts out Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner for helping him attend his daughter's birthday party after claiming he wasn't invited, so they tried to help him. Maybe, so maybe Travis, was like, you know, and I'm not a fan of Travis Scott. I mean, after the Astroworld thing, guys, you lost me there, Travis. Okay, that's very disturbing. But yeah, let's just pull up an article. Let's go ahead and read it. At least what I'm trying to find. I know there's a lot of rag bags and things like that. Oh, maybe is this him talking about it? Okay, so here's the YouTube. Maybe it's him talking. Let's just pick it and see what happens here. Oh, shoot, where'd it go? Okay.
I'm just wishing my daughter a public happy birthday. I wasn't allowed to know where her party was. There's nothing legal that's saying that these are the kind of games that's being played. It's the kind of thing that really has affected my health for the longest.
See, that's what I'm saying.
And I'm just not playing. I'm taking control of my narrative this year. I'm being the father, the best father, the yay version of a father, and I'm not finna let this happen. And we're gonna be in real time with this right here. Chicago, happy birthday. I love you. And I'm just putting this online because I need y'all support. I didn't call Kim, text the nannies. I got on the phone with Tristan. He said, he asked Chloe, won't nobody give me the address to my daughter's birthday party right now? And that's going to imprint in her mind that I wasn't there for her.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Like, exactly.
I was supposed to be in Miami recording my album. My whole schedule is all based around me being able to take my kids to school, me being there for them, making sure that I'm in their life. That's the whole point of having money. They take so many fathers just throughout America. They've been taking the fathers out the homes purposely, so I'm speaking up. I'm using my voice to say this ain't gonna keep happening. This narrative is not finna happen. There's a lot of people that's not in a position where they ain't got no voice when people be playing games like this. Baby mamas be playing games. The grandmama be playing games like this. And it's like, as y'all know, they ain't finna play like that with me.
Okay, yeah. So, like I said, they're messing with him. And so I'm telling you the core issue of some of this stuff that, and like I said, I'm not trying to deflect 100% blame off Kanye. He should not be saying things he does. Okay? But if you push a person and keep pushing him and messing with him, okay, like this, he's cracking. Okay, he's already got, he's admitted to being bipolar. He's had some moments. He's got issues. But he looks like he's trying to be a father. Okay, I 100% believe he's trying. And so, but I know he went public. It's like, yeah, you gotta, and stuff, because she's always going public, and it's kind of sad. And I'm sure probably doesn't want to go there, but it's a very unusual kind of dynamic situation, being celebrities and stuff like that. And then, yeah, let me see if there is a video of him talking about the complaints about her being on TikTok. There might be a video of him on that. Let's see if I can find that, because I do find that disturbing, guys. Just because I know how TikTok is, I've seen stuff that is very concerning, and I don't think I don't think moms should be showing their kids on TikToks. I'm sorry. It's not a safe world for it. Okay. Kanye West and his daughter being on TikTok. I'm trying to see here. Yep. Okay. So this is about, that's about 8 months ago, and I'm trying to find a halfway decent. That is Good Morning America. Ooh, I mean, you think about that. That made it all the way to Good Morning America, and there's quite a bit. Northwest and Mason. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. So. But I do. Hey, there's one that says Joe Rogan realizes Kanye West is insane. Now that's not the Joe Rogan channel, by the way. So, there's a lot of concerns here. Yeah, there's even on Entertainment Tonight. 10 months ago, that obviously Kim Kardashian with daughter North getting real popular on TikTok. And yep, here. Okay, here's one. Let's see this one. Oh, this is a 3-minute one. Kanye West calls out Kim Kardashian for letting North wear makeup on TikTok. Okay, let's see what this is on Clever News.
It's two things I said. Tell her security not finna be in between me and my kids, and also tell her don't have my daughter wearing lipstick on TikTok.
When it comes to makeup, Kanye West will gladly approve all the black eyeliner in the world for Julia Fox. But when it comes to Northwest, now that's where Dad Ye is putting his foot down. Let's talk about it. In this instance, it sounds like Kim Kardashian might be the cooler parent according to North between her dad and her mum, especially since Kim is letting
the cooler
North
parent.
makeup and
She's little.
Yeah, that mom is cool.
During Ye's interview with Hollywood Unlocked, he went in on Kim and her parenting skills. Kanye shared that he's not too pleased with North being on TikTok, especially since she's on it without his permission.
Mom's in trouble.
Ye shared in the interview that he actually sent his cousins to talk to Kim about their kids because, according to Ye, he didn't want to talk to her and make things worse than they were already.
Since I had two directives, I said, I want you to go and talk to Kim because I don't want to talk to her and get into an argument. It's two things I said. Tell her security not finna be in between me and my kids, and also tell her don't have my daughter wearing lipstick on TikTok.
And from looking at the videos on Kim and North's TikTok account and when she wore lipstick, it's likely Ye was referring to a video that many would probably say looks quite innocent. Around Christmas time, North, or in this case the adults in her life, posted a video to TikTok where she had her face painted to mimic the Grinch's look, which included a little bit of lipstick, false eyelashes, eyeshadow, and some face paint. North, in Grinch-inspired makeup, was mimicking an iconic scene from How the Grinch Stole Christmas. As you might recall, however, this isn't the first time Kanye has been vocal about not wanting North to wear makeup at her age. In 2019, Kanye shared his views about not wanting North to wear lipstick, something Kim also said she kind of got in trouble for in an interview at the time. And according to Kanye, it's not just the lipstick on TikTok, it's the fact that Northie has been active on TikTok, and that doesn't sit well with him at all, especially since he claims he didn't allow for this in the first place. Regardless of if Kim or another adult in the household is approving and posting these videos on North's behalf, because obviously North is legally too young to post and have her own TikTok account.
I don't have on TikTok at all if I'm not approve that. And I said it after it was done without me knowing, and then it happened again. So I feel like it's some poking the bear, trying to antagonize me or create this like.
It does feel a little like it. Just saying.
It sounds like Ye has been pretty vocal about his kids being active on social media, but only time will tell if he and Kim can come to an agreement where both of them are happy when it comes to their kids being on socials. And for more on Kim and Kanye, click right over here for another Clever News video.
Yeah. I'm 100%, North is kind of young, and I'm 100% on board. And I don't, you're being funny, Daddy. No, she's a little one. And I know how TikTok is, and I understand, and he's aware. He knows what's out there. Okay? And, she's thinking of herself and her likes and her this and her that. Okay? And, and I know it looks all innocent, a little Grinch thing. She, however, is a child. And there are creeps, a lot of them, on TikTok that follow little kids. Little girls, young girls, all this stuff, guys. If you ever want to do a little dig and research, which I don't even like to go down that rabbit hole personally, you know what I'm saying? But I bumped into it a few times, when people have talked about it. And, this is a father who's, she is, I'm not sure how old she is. Let me just, I get it. I get it, though. How old is North Kardashian?
According to Teen Vogue, North turns 10 in 2023.
Okay, so she's 9 years old. She's 9 years old. Okay, and Kim's kind of putting her on TikTok trying, for her own purposes. Which I don't, the little one may think it's cute. Oh, I get to make videos with Mom. I understand that. But this is a scary world. Okay, this is a scary world. And people are creepy. Okay, do you remember what John Bonet and which I still need to get a reading on that, guys. Okay, so, like I said, I'm just trying to show you just some of my theories when I'm seeing Kanye, kind of acting up, you could say, when I see him kind of acting up, and being kind of, crazy, and I know he's losing it. I feel they're making him nuts. And just think of this. I mean, where someone has this control, that they're not letting you see your daughter on her birthday. Okay, which is a completely manipulative. Okay, except because he is 100% right. Then that poor child is gonna be like, Daddy never showed up for my birthday party. Okay, and that's why he's putting it on social media. He wants that marked. So as she grows up one day, she'll see her dad. Oh, Dad did want to come to my birthday party, but just various stuff like that, right? But I think he may have crashed it. I think there was some stuff, but I'm not sure. Anyway, so you see what I'm saying? That's very, putting the kids really hits the heart of a person. Okay, but then also he's concerned about, her well-being, her not being exploited. She's only 9 years old. And like I said, I'm 100% on board. I remember when my littles, were wanting to be on social media and things like that. And I know they wanted, they wanted to have a MySpace. You remember the MySpace? They wanted to have a MySpace. They wanted to have, and everything. And then later Facebook. I get it. And they want to have a little freedom to connect with friends. But, I had to, try to be observant and careful, because I know, don't add no creepy men. Be careful that people, if you add a friend, make sure they're really young. Make sure it's somebody you know from your school, you actually know, not people maybe saying they're from another place, because they might not be a teenager, stuff like that, okay? And thank God my kids made it through that time, okay? Because there's a lot of predators, okay? Kanye West knows that, and he doesn't want his daughter up there for a bunch of weirdos gawking over or doing God knows what. Okay, I'm 100% on board. I know I preached that to the thing. I could keep going. But it's upsetting. I'm upset for him because I understand where he's coming from. And I do get frustrated with these mothers putting their kids on there trying to be cute. Okay, for likes, for attention, for followers. What the fuck are you doing? And stuff. It's some provocative looking things with the kids. With the little girls, with the... Okay. He knows what's going on. And he doesn't like it. Okay, he doesn't like it. And I don't blame him. Okay, so you can kind of see that maybe he's kind of feeling kind of pushed. He's got this family who's eating him for lunch. And he's a pretty, he's obviously got a lot of money. He's got a lot of influence. He's a pretty... But still, they're still eating this guy for lunch. Okay, so this has got to be hard. This has got to be hard. Now let's get into what's been going on. Okay, because this is concerning, because he's writing checks with his mouth. His ass ain't gonna be able to cash, and some of this is. It looks like he's about to possibly. I want to say possibly, and it's looking more likely, and we're gonna look at it because it looks like the family of George Floyd is about to sue him. Now it looks like it's, I know there's some people are saying they have, but it's more in the works. It's coming strong probability. Okay, so let's kind of go ahead and talk about why this is happening. Okay, another controversy. Why does he gotta go there? I stuff there. I'm telling you, he's angry about other things, and this anger is coming out in other ways, in other areas. That maybe he doesn't have power with his family, so he's trying to take power in areas do you see what I'm saying? That's the way I feel, and stuff. That's kind of what Spirit's making me feel. And stuff, where he feels powerless here, where can I get some kind of power? Because it's being stripped in other areas, and it's frustrating. So let's talk about it. George Floyd family going to sue Kanye West. It's harsh stuff. We know the White Lives Matter t-shirt. He came out with Candace Owens, which, like I said, it's stupid. But you know what? He's doing worse shit than that. Okay, so right now, the glasses are killing me, guys. Okay, I'm trying to let me pick a fairly decent, a site here. Because I know there's a whole lot of gossipy type of stuff. Let's do the Guardian. Guardian's pretty good. George Floyd's family. It says sues, but I feel that it's a little bit because Candace Owen did just recently come out with a documentary that apparently you can see on the Daily Wire about some things about the George Floyd case. Her feels. Okay, and the Black Lives Matter movement and all that stuff. So let's talk about it. This is in the Guardian. George Floyd family sues Kanye West for saying he died from drug abuse. Okay, and let's see. The mother of George Floyd's daughter, Roxy Washington, has sued. Okay, I guess they're saying sued, so maybe this is in the works now. Sued rapper Kanye West for $250 million after the artist alleged that the 46-year-old man died from drug abuse rather than being murdered by a police officer. Last Saturday on the Drink Champs podcast, West, who legally changed his name to Yeez. Oh, I'm sorry. So it is apparently a legal change. He's trying to do that Prince thing. Alleged that Floyd died from a fentanyl overdose. In the same interview, which has since been taken down by YouTube, West also made anti-Semitic comments. And we know he's been saying some stuff that's real bad. Hennepin County Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Andrew Baker testified that Floyd's immediate cause of death was cardiopulmonary arrest, complicating law enforcement's subdual, restraint, and neck compression. Okay? Or rather, the stopping of Floyd's heart and lungs that prevented him from breathing. In May 2020, Floyd's death sparked international outrage. We all know that. Let's just we know what happened, right? Okay, I've got some theories on that. One day I'll talk about it to you guys later. But I kind of, it feels very intentional. Let's put it that way. These, the officer, they work together in a club, and okay, and then, he ends up with a counterfeit bill. I'm just saying it feels a little intentional. Okay, I'll talk about that one day though. Okay, it just, was it trying to spark something? Okay. In May 2020, Floyd's death sparked it. Well, just like when I see it, I guess spirits confirm it. Sparked international outrage. Yeah, it did spark something, and it may be sparked in a way that you guys may not believe. But I do feel I sometimes feel that may have been intentional to spark something, and it did. Okay, except it might not have gone exactly the way other people wanted it. Okay, but. Yeah, we'll talk about it later, guys. Okay. Let's just go ahead. Okay. Attorneys representing Washington from the Witherspoon Law Group and Dixon attorneys at law also filed cease and desist order against West. It said Mr. Floyd's cause of death is well settled through evidence presented in courts of law during the criminal and civil trials that will result in his untimely and horrific death. Nevertheless, you have maliciously made statements that are inaccurate and unfounded, causing damage to Mr. Floyd's estate and his family. Okay, so this is a big thing. So we'll kind of look at that, but it's looking like it's going down, with this lawsuit and everything. You can't go around saying stuff like this. This is very harmful, and I know we kind of look at why. And so obviously he believes, and some, he's, around some of the right people, the right type people, that, and I know there are people that have issue maybe with, the BLM movement. Like, let's separate George Floyd's horrible death, which is one of the reasons I kind of began on YouTube and said, it's time to start reading, was that case. When I saw that, it's like, it's time. Okay. It's in there. It's way back in there. Let's just separate that movement from this man's death from the whole movement. That that I know they're connected, but it's is there maybe some issues with the actual maybe organization, maybe there is. I don't know. I'm not even gonna worry about all that. Okay, and stuff. It's just, but no matter what happened, was a horrible thing, and it, like I said, it feels a little intentional. It just does. Just when you watch that horrible video, it really feels like you want to kill him. Okay, that's bottom line. Okay, so this whole thing that it was drugs and all this is, it's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing that he's going on and doing this. Okay, now let's talk about the other thing, which is, I also want to be careful. I don't know if I'll show any videos because I don't want to get in trouble, with YouTube. But Kanye West and anti-Semitic statements. I'm going to try to be careful on this one. Okay, this is one of the big things that we know has been happening in the news. And so let's see, he's losing. I guess he got dropped by Balenciaga. And he also got dropped by JP Morgan Bank. So those two things happened. JP Morgan Bank, and remember, the guy's worth about $1 billion, said, we don't want to do business with you anymore. That's a pretty heavy statement. That the bank said, take your money and get out. We don't want to do business with you anymore. That's a huge statement and stuff. And then also this, and let's kind of go ahead and look. Balenciaga, hopefully I'm saying that right, cuts ties, this is in People magazine, with Kanye West amid the White Lives Matter shirt and anti-Semitic remarks. And so they cut ties. On Friday, the French fashion label and its parent company, Kayne, announced that it'll be ending its working relationship with the Donda artist following multiple problematic statements made by West 45 in recent weeks. Balenciaga has no longer a relationship nor any plans or any future projects, just completely cutting them off. And earlier this month, West, who legally changed his name to Ye last October, appeared at his Yeezy Season 9 Paris Fashion Week show, donning a lot, and we know about the shirt, the white lives. And despite a backlash, he continued to defend the fashion choice during an interview on Fox News. Tucker Carlson, and did you see him just fawning over him? I'll show you some of that. It's disgusting. Because Tucker Carlson is, he's just, woo! Okay. And everything. And then also, West has also publicly partaken in harmful anti-Semitic rhetoric, condemned by stars, including John Legend, Lizzo, Jack Antonoff, false claims pertaining to the death of George Floyd, and online bullying towards Vogue editor Gabriella, let's see, what is that? Carefa Johnson. I am so good at pronouncing names. Sorry, guys. And stuff. Over the years, he has fostered a close relationship with Balenciaga's creative director, Demna Gvasalia, and stuff. He's a 24-time Grammy winner. Wow, that's incredible. Just wow, that's really incredible. She's stuck with the music and stuff. And what is this? There's a little comment. This look on Kim is like a new subculture and fascist statement. The source continued. No logo, no face, but everyone knows it's her. Kanye gave her the courage to push creativity. Okay. That whole all black that she wore. Remember this? This is just kind of creepy and, I don't know, disturbing. I don't like that fashion choice. Very creepy and disturbing. And so, I know some people wonder if the Kardashians are witches. Hey, maybe, maybe there could be something there, man. I worry about any man that deals with them. Okay, so he refuses to apologize for any of these comments and stuff. There's a YouTube here. Let's go ahead and look at this YouTube. You guys probably are aware, he went on Twitter and he said he was going to get, what is it, DEFCON 3 on, and then he claimed he wasn't. I don't know what the hell he was saying, but it's disturbing. And he also apparently, the Michael Rappaport, oh, that dude got real. I don't know if I want to show it on my kid. It's brutal. It's brutal, the things that dude said, because he is Jewish. Okay. But yeah, let's go ahead and look at refuses to apologize. Let me just wait for that to come up. This is on CNN. Oh, did they take it down? Nope, there it goes. Okay.
Kanye West, he is digging in, issuing a non-apology apology in a new interview after his anti-Semitic, anti-black comments. Listen to this.
My question for you is, do you now regret saying DEFCON 3 on Jewish people? Are you sorry you said that?
No.
I think it matters. You should be.
Absolutely not. You know, I will say I'm sorry for the people that I hurt with the DEFCON, the confusion that I call. I feel like I call
confusion.
Hurt
it's kind of blatant.
And I'm sorry for the families of the people that had nothing to do with the trauma that I have been through, and that I use my platform where you say hurt people, and I was hurt.
I say that a lot. It's true.
Joining me now is LZ Granderson. He's a columnist for the LA Times, the host of the ABC podcast.
I think I can. There's some really ugly things that happened between him and Michael Rappaport. Some of the things he said he was willing to do to Michael Rappaport is so scary. Now, I know... I'm going to see if I can find it. His stuff, because it's insane. Michael Rappaport and Kanye West feud. Let me see if I can find the recent stuff. It's very brutal. Let me see. Michael Rappaport admits Kanye is right about the Jews and Jumadi. He's calling it that he is Jewish. He's being facetious. And I think this may show hold on one second. Okay, now that's about 20 minutes worth. But, I mean, he completely just went off. But I'm looking for, really, Kanye West's response to him was so real bad. I don't even know if they'll show it on here and stuff. But, I don't know how many minutes we got of this. I'm just kind of trying to feel it out. And then also Howard Stern is talking about it too, and we obviously know Howard Stern is Jewish. Okay, so I'll see if it gets real brutal. I'm going to cut it off, but let's just... And this is Michael Rappaport's channel.
What's up? This is Michael Rappaport.
Who gets back first? Kanye and Kim, Chloe and Lamar, Kim and Kanye.
All my life, been grinding all my life.
Hold on, wait. Oh, it just flipped. Hold on. That's weird. Hold on.
What's up? This is Michael Rappaport. Welcome. Finally, I have a YouTube page. Yes, I know I am late to the party, but better late than never. Subscribe, rate.
God, did he just go on YouTube just for this?
Comment, I will respond back. I don't care if it's good or bad. I want to know what you think. I'm happy to be on YouTube. Subscribe, leave a comment. Michael Rappaport on YouTube. Tell a friend to tell a friend. What else is going on? So last week, I went on a 20-plus minute rant about kooky Kanye West, and I was like, there's no more to say. I don't have the...
Wait a minute, I want to get the... I know. Hold on, let me get the rant itself. Okay, so he just came to YouTube. Hold on. Hold on a minute.
No.
It's getting crazy. Hold on a minute. Give me a moment. I'm just going to show a minute.
It's been a crazy week. It's been a crazy week. Let me start with Kanye. Let me start with kooky fucking Kanye West, who I talked about last week on the I Am Rappaport Stereo podcast.
I'm going to try to be careful because there's warnings on this one.
But I don't want to say defend. I did give what I thought was an explanation after listening to kooky Kanye West and kooky Candace Owens. Because I personally believe there's a difference between the sentiment of Black Lives Matter and the business of Black Lives Matter. They're two different things.
That's a little what
the
I'm...
sentiment and the business.
Yeah, sure.
And in my opinion, after listening to kooky Kanye West and spending a half hour listening to kooky Candace Owens, I believe that the White Lives t-shirt stunt was going after the business of Black Lives Matter. I articulated that on the last podcast, okay? This fucking guy goes on Tucker Carlson the next day, who I can't stand that no-neck motherfucker, Tucker Carlson. And I'm waiting for you to pop off, you fuck. I've went after you before. I'll go after you again. I'm at the fucking gate, Tucker Carlson. You no-neck cock sucker you. Okay, you're not a news person. You know you're not a news person. You have no neck. You've been listening. You've been looking for your neck for about 5 or 6 years now. Okay, but Kanye went on there and said all kinds of off-the-rail shit, talking about his wife and Christians and something about the Kushners and he mentioned the Jews. He mentioned the Black Lives, but he doesn't explain. He's all over the fucking... I don't care. You know, and I said it might be time for a Kanye West bash, and then Jordan and Miles of the Dust Brothers, the Bleach Brothers, sound extraordinaire producers of the Iron Rapport Stereo podcast, they reminded me that in 2016, which is 6 years ago, we did a full Kanye West bash. And I think that was probably before the hat. It was definitely before going DEFCON 3 on the Jews. It was definitely before. This is 6 years ago. We were bashing this fuck. Because you're a dope producer. But you ain't all that, Kanye West. You made dope records, but you ain't all that. We did a full podcast on that ass. No, Bruno. Real nice and real.
Okay, so anyway, I want to be careful. He gets real crazy. Okay, he's pissed. But let me see if I can find how brutal. I don't even know if they'll show what Kanye said because it's so brutal. So hold on. Kanye West response to Michael Rappaport. I don't even know if they show it. Hold on. Yeah, Kanye West is banned from Twitter, Instagram, everything, and stuff. Okay, oh no, they won't even show it. Anyway, I guess I'm just going to have to describe it. Basically, Kanye West, I did get to hear some audio of him, and he basically threatened that dude hardcore. I mean, he was threatening him, you better have security, and the threats were so bad, guys, that Kanye said, that I'm like, what is happening here? Why is this getting... I mean, he was being very, very violent and threatening. So he really got ugly and stuff. So that video gets very ugly. I just was like, I'll just do a snip to give you an idea and stuff, that because he does swear a lot and things like that. His rant was very, very heavy and stuff. But anyway, oh no, here, is this the one? Hold on. No, that's years ago. Okay. So anyway, let's go ahead and also talk about one more thing, and then I'm going to pull cards. I know I talked a long time and stuff, but yeah, the thing with Michael Rappaport, that feud is, you should, like I said, I was looking for it, but it might have been on there and they cut it. Oh, I do want to look at something. Hold up. Let's just look at a snip real quick. Recent Tucker Carlson and Kanye West interview and stuff, and just this interview, I'm just gonna have some snips of it and everything. Okay, so here's a good one. Kanye West biggest bombshells from Tucker Carlson interview. This is a snip from Entertainment News, but it's just the way Tucker Carlson is talking to him. It's just so disturbing. This is on Entertainment
West made an eventful appearance on Fox News' Tucker Carlson tonight, holding nothing back as he addressed the controversy surrounding his White Lives Matter shirt worn alongside conservative pundit Candace Owens at his Yeezy fashion show during Paris Fashion Week.
So this is the latest appearance amid Kanye's drama-filled week, having been hit with a lot of backlash.
Now this is before the Twitter, right before it, just right before.
Hadid, Hailey Bieber, Jaden Smith, and many more. So let's break it down with some major reveals from Kanye's unfiltered conversation with Tucker, including his attempt to explain the meaning behind his controversial apparel.
I do certain things from a feeling. I just channel the energy. It just feels right. It's using a gut instinct, a connection with God, and just brilliance. You know, my dad is an educated ex-Black Panther, and he put a text to me today. He said, "White lives matter, ha 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 ha." And I said, I thought the shirt was a funny shirt. I thought the idea of me wearing it was funny. And I said, "Dad, what do you think it was funny?" He said, just a black man stating the obvious. So the answer to why I wrote "White Lives Matter" on a shirt is because they do. It's the obvious thing.
Yeah. Why do you think that's so? And I assume the implication is, of course, all lives matter because they're lives, because God created them.
Yeah.
Why do you think that would be considered controversial?
Because the same people that have stripped us of our identity and labeled us as a color have told us what it means to be black and the vernacular that we're supposed to have.
Kanye also touched on a variety of topics surrounding his ex-wife Kim Kardashian, claiming she is manipulated by the fashion industry into posing nude, while also going after the media for criticizing him for buying that house next to Kim and their 4 children.
Kim is a Christian, but she has people who want her to go to Interview magazine and put her out while she's a 40-something-year-old multi-billionaire with 4 black children. And this is how fashion wants to, how they want to present her. The media ridiculed me for getting the house next door to Kim to see my children. And they even said that I was stalking her and her new boyfriend because I bought the house next door to see my children.
I mean, the fashion industry has been manipulating women for years, right?
A little bit. As far as buying the house next to the family, to be near his children, I don't really consider, their relationship is a very different thing. Now, I know, how do I put this? Because I know there was a period when her and Kanye are in conflict, and she's getting all this sympathy. Okay, she's getting this sympathy. Oh, he's stalking it. Always, Kanye, and I'm not trying to choose sides here, guys. I'm really trying to, because obviously he's got issues. I mean, he's got problems. I don't necessarily have an issue with him getting the house next to her to be near his kids. Why not? I mean, it's, I don't really think that I don't think he was trying to do it to be a jerk or anything. I think what he is saying is authentic. He wants to be near his kids. I feel he's actually, in sincerity, because I'm a reader and I'm a good judge of character here. I feel he is really concerned about these kids. Obviously, one of the things, being in the celebrity world, okay, I think he does worry about them. He knows how this world is a lot better than you or I do, probably. Okay, and stuff, but and then also, like I said, this trying to take power and mess with the kids and put them on TikTok and weird stuff. And I feel he's very fearful of, as the Kardashians kind of exploit themselves almost, in a way, them exploiting these children. Okay, I feel he's worried. He is genuinely concerned, and maybe by getting the house next to there, trying to try to be there as a presence, kind of make sure everything is okay. I do feel that. But anyway, so as I've kind of sat there and I've kind of shown you some things, and I know there's a lot of ugliness. Now we're getting sued. These weird things. Oh, and then of course, don't forget. What's one of the big things now? And I'm like, Kanye, what are you doing? Kanye is considering buying Parler. Okay, so he's, as we know, Elon Musk, he's kind of in an entanglement with Twitter. He might have to buy it, which Elon's got a lot of money. He, if he wants out of the contract, he'll figure it out. Okay, and stuff. But there's that whole mess. Elon's like, I'm gonna buy Twitter, and then, but his argument is, you got a lot of bots. We know that. We don't need to go into that. Kanye wants to buy Parler. As he's got kicked off some social media, he wants to buy it and have a thing. So Elon Musk says this, and somebody with a lot of money wants to buy Parler. And so let's kind of go ahead and look at it. He's pretty serious on it, because he's Kanye West and he's got the money and he can. But I don't know if this is a real good idea for him. This is kind of, I'm trying to look at the best one. I mean, let's look at Forbes. Forbes has a lot to do with money. Let's check it out.
So Black Lives Matter released their
Candace, I know. Here we go. Ooh. Oh no, you got to read this one. I want one that talks. Hold on, give me a minute. Let's go to NBC News.
Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, is grabbing headlines once again today.
The world-famous rapper is acquiring the social media company Parler, which touts itself as a conservative, free speech, and uncancelable space.
NBC News reporter Callan Rosenblatt joins us now. Callan, look, Kanye has been in the headlines perpetually for the past couple weeks, specifically with this sort of shift to a conservative public image. What's behind this latest move? Why is he buying, for example, a social media app?
Yeah, Morgan, it appears he's buying Parler in particular because he's been locked out of more mainstream social media. On Instagram, he has limited access, and on Twitter, he has been locked out for a time that we are not sure how long it will span, but those stemming from anti-Semitic remarks that he made, saying on Twitter that he was going DEF-CON on Jewish people, which referring to DEF-CON, the U.S. defense system, and making these remarks that are against these social media policies and getting locked out. Now, Parler, as you mentioned, touts itself as a place for conservatives. Kanye, in a statement regarding purchasing this platform, says, being conservative now is thought of as being controversial, and conservatives need a place where they can speak freely. So that is his mindset and his thought process as to why he is purchasing this platform now.
Do we have a sense, Callan, how much he's purchasing it for? And then also, what's up with Parler? It was really popular for a minute in 2020. A lot of conservatives were ditching Twitter, but then Parler sort of disappeared itself after January 6th.
Yeah, Vicky, I'm not sure of the exact number as to how much he will be buying Parler for. It's expected that the deal will close for the end of the year, so we'll get more of a better sense of what the actual price tag is.
So it looks like he's pretty much on board with this.
Parler did disappear for a while after January 6th. It was hosted by an Amazon web sharing service, and it was basically told after January 6th that there were violent, credible threats being shared on Parler, and that if it failed to moderate those threats, that it would be removed from the web sharing service. Well, apparently it did not moderate those comments and those threats. It was removed. It was also removed from the Apple App Store and from the Google Store, and it was inaccessible for a time. It was then picked up by a web sharing service called SkySill. Unclear if it's still hosted there, but it appears Kanye will be sort of picking up the baton and carrying on Parler to its next iteration.
Okay. All right, so that's the next step. He's doing all. He's busy. So he's busy. He's got a lot going on. So that's what I want to kind of talk about. Now I'm still debating. Do I want to go current events? Well, I probably will go current events. Now that I've kind of talked about a whole lot. A little bit of my theory, maybe why he's going off the edge, is some Kardashian stuff. The messing with the kids. The thing, it's a lot, guys. And I know, and I don't know if you guys will, feel what I'm putting down here. If you don't, it's okay. This is a very controversial thing. And I hope I'm not looking sympathetic here. Okay, I'm trying to be only, or I should say empathetic, and maybe even a little sympathetic in certain areas, and then in other ones, it's like that's not to be tolerated. Okay, and stuff. I'm very concerned. I am very concerned for him, and his well-being. It's a shame this is all happening, because I know he does have, he has the ability, because obviously there are those who really have loved his music, obviously, and stuff. If he's as big as he is, and 24 Grammys, guys, and stuff, he's, but he's done things like, remember the Taylor Swift, and oh God, that was a total jackass move, absolutely rude. And there's, oh my God, there's so much with him and Taylor Swift we could talk about. And she just released her new song. Oh my God, what a, his stuff, her Anti-Hero. Check it out, by the way. Oh my God, it's good. It's good, guys. I'm digging it. I actually put it on my profile. I was like, this is good. I wish I could play it for you. Let's go and throw some cards down. I really want to do just kind of a general reading for Kanye. I know there's some lawsuit stuff coming up here, but let's just see what Spirit kind of has to say. Like if I was sitting here and Kanye was in front of me and I was going to read him as a client, let's read him that way. Okay, kind of see what Spirit kind of has to say, but also even to the collective, what are we going to look at, and even why is this, going on? I really wish he could get some help and stuff, but I just wanted to kind of give you a little bit look into, because I really try, when people are kind of being like this, I really try to understand what's going on in the soul here. What's kind of going on in this soul. And it's like, why do I care? Because he is impacting the collective very strongly right now. Is he trying to? Yeah, probably. But there things that are happening are affecting and rippling the collective pretty heavy. Let's check it out. Let's see what Spirit has to say about Kanye. I know it's a lot going on. Except this is a long video. I know, but I had a lot to share, and speak on, in a little personal experience, some opinions. Yeah. 5 of Wands. Look at that. We got a lot of just a lot of conflict and anger. When we got 5 of Wands, there's conflict and anger and stuff that's going on. The chaos and everything that's going on. I really feel he's got internal chaos that is coming outward, and he's fighting people. Like I said, I couldn't even find the comments he gave to Michael Rappaport in response to what he said. And I know the dude came in very strong. He gets real harsh on Kanye. I get it, but the things he said in response were 10 times worse. Okay, because he was threatening him. But yeah, he's really just getting in there angry. He's taking no prisoners. He's just knocking people down. And it's gonna start, it's like a ripple effect that it's got other people arguing. If you go and you check YouTube's and everything, it's crazy what's happening here. Okay, so what's kind of the crossing one? We've got that Queen of Wands reversed energy kind of popping up in there. Let me just, give me a moment here. Let me just sit with something. I just, that's an opposing card. I definitely don't get a Kim Kardashian, where a Queen of Wands almost could be, but I'm not necessarily getting that. Also, as I have an African-American woman, give me a moment. I kind of know what it's saying, but just give me a moment. Sometimes I like to check birthdays, just to humor myself. What is Candace Owens' birthday? I'm kind of feeling her in that presence. April 29. April 29. Yeah, Aries. Yeah, she is Aries. Okay, fire sign. There you go. April 29, Aries fire sign. Okay, so I feel that, Candace Owens and him, I know they go way back. They're good friends and stuff. I've got a little bit of a reversal. I know there's a little bit of influence. Now, I've given a little of opinions on Candace Owens. I do feel she's an intelligent person. I know she's conservative. People are entitled to be conservative or Democrat or liberal, whatever. Okay, but I know some things she says. Sometimes she says some things that are very intelligent and makes sense, and it's like, no, she's got a point. But there's a whole lot that is not, and the whole BLM, she's got some very strong views on it. Unfortunately, I'm very concerned. And also it's affecting him, and here we are, now he's entangled in a lawsuit. She's got a little bit of a hand in that because of the influence, okay? And so it is his fault. It's his mouth he opened, but she's got a little influence in there, okay? And stuff, that, with that said, with some of these, I don't know, as far as her documentary, we'll see what's coming for her, okay? They've got certain similarities, yet differences, and things like that. Okay, so let's kind of look at this. Okay, so we've got the Four of Pentacles, And we got the Seven of Swords reversed. Okay, so let's kind of sit with it. Hold on one second. And I've got, is that a cat? Yeah, I've got a cat underneath me. What you doing there, Bubba? Hi, sweetie. Okay. I had a little cat there. I'm about to adjust, and I didn't want to kick the cat. So give me a moment. Okay, so this actually, the Four of Pentacles, I actually get a Kim Kardashian feel. Kind of look at it. She's kind of holding the purse. She's kind of clutching it. She's kind of, she's got her head turned, kind of starting looking to the side. Almost, it could almost look like her a little bit. Okay, and then we've also got this Seven of Swords kind of energy. Which can be, and it is reverse, can be about various kind of betrayals, kind of energy, and so forth going on. When I kind of look at that, I feel it's almost, there's a little bit of, between the two of them, him and her, I feel almost betraying each other in various ways. But also kind of the way she's being, notice this person has a purse. What to me it's actually saying is, what, I got money, I got power, I got this, you can't touch this, you can't mess with me, you can't control me, and stuff. The way she's kind of holding everything, and notice she kind of clutches that purse there, and everything that, this is hard because he technically has money and power and stuff, but she's got a lot herself. Okay, as a matter of fact, she may be richer than he is. I'm not sure her net worth has got to be. Let's just check real fast. I know it's quite a bit. Because he's worth about $1 billion. What is she worth even? I don't even know. Kim Kardashian's net worth. 1.8 billion. So she's almost twice. She's about double. Okay, what he is about. Think of that, $1.8 billion. So, but some of this here being in control, okay, of everything, because she's got wealth, power, influence, and all that stuff, has got to be difficult. Okay, and then also, but this Seven of Swords reverse and everything, I feel kind of being betrayed, but they betray each other. It's very, difficult. But Six of Cups, that's about the children. I see what see, this is why Spirit is trying to show you guys and kind of validate some things here. Six of Cups, children, childhood. This is a core issue with him. As it's in the hidden area that maybe other people may, some may see it, others may not. He's heavily being affected by this messing with him, with the children. So he's the power is being pulled away from him in various ways. So it's almost like this reacting and creating conflict and chaos. It's almost like his own inner chaos is creating an outer chaos and a ripple effect in so many different ways and stuff. He's angry. He's angry about a lot of things and stuff. And he needs help. He really needs help and stuff before, he... I don't know. Let's kind of go ahead and look at it. Okay, so we got the Wheel of Fortune reverse, and I feel just, certain things here, I almost feel a flip in the fortune. Like I said, I just pulled it. She's about 1.8 billion. Think of the worth of that. And yeah, real quick, I'm almost positive. Kanye West net worth. Oh, I'm sorry, they're about the same. He's 2 billion. My apologies. Let me correct myself. Okay, so they're very close to about the same in income. Okay, there's I guess now Alexa's talking. But we got the Ace of Swords, which is, this is in past position. This could be about the truth, and things like that. Like truth, speaking the truth, or what he kind of deems as truth and everything. But look at that, the Fool reversed. Okay, so a lot of people where he kind of maybe he's trying to speak his truth, but it comes out very foolishness and various things. Like I said about the children, I understand and stuff, but this weird craziness that is happening and stuff, is disturbing. We got Death and Rebirth. That is, now this is a little different here. It is called Death and Rebirth, and stuff. So there's, it's almost like he's resisting a certain transformation that needs to take place. It's going in a very negative way. Definitely, I think he's, especially this connection needing, to close chapters, come to an end is it's not doing well. There's a lot I can say on that. Ten of Swords. a Ten of Swords and stuff. He's definitely feeling, like I said, with the Kardashians especially, stabbed in the back in so many different ways. I know it depicts a woman, very often a man. But he's just, it's just, definitely feeling stabbed in the back and everything. Eight of Cups, though, this is, I actually feel the Eight of Cups makes me feel Kim Kardashian, like doing the walking away and stuff. Kind of, here's the woman who stabbed him in the back, you could say, and then just walking him away, just leaving him behind, like eating nothing. Like I said, they eat him for lunch, okay? Now, I don't know, are they trying to work on their relationship? I don't think so. Are Kim Kardashian and Kanye back together? I don't think they are. But I just want to check. No. There's been little talk and stuff and everything, but I don't think so. Now let's kind of look at him. Feelings, attitudes, emotions. Let's kind of look on a deeper level. There is a card sticking up right here. Kind of where he's at. Seven of Cups. Perfect card. A Seven of Cups is about choices, definitely, but it also can be about illusions, choices and illusions, and all kinds of things, trying to kind of sift things out, kind of being bewildered. But he's definitely made some definitely difficult choices, maybe falling into various temptations, and everything. He's got a lot of the cups there. Wow, if I had to talk about the Seven of Cups, he got the wealth, because one of the cups holds wealth. That's the jewels. Okay, the fame, that's the wreath. Okay, he got the fame. He's got that on there. Fallen into various temptations. Definitely the snake, the beauty, the woman with the head to represent beauty. Kind of, with Kardashian, probably obviously fell, for beauty and stuff. There's so many different things, which can be about vanity, which the Kardashians are all about vanity, guys. But what he really needs to go for, which I feel like he sometimes inches towards that, trying to kind of find his spiritual path. I know he's kind of trying to be Christian and stuff, is the little hooded figure in the Seven of Cups. Okay, that's the one he needs to go for, kind of unveil the true self and everything. I feel he tries to get there, but then he gets deviated and grabs another cup and everything, and of course castles built on the sand, a lot of things, that aren't very permanent, and things like that. So he's he's grabbed a lot of these cups and everything, and then just falling into various, like the fantasies and things like that, but also the dragon power. And if he gets a hold of Parlor, the dragon is the cup of power and stuff, and I can see him trying to get power. He's having such a difficult time having any kind of power here. So it's like he keeps trying to seek power because he lacks it here with this Kim thing and the children and the entanglement. That okay, I'll just get Parlor and I can say what I want, and I can, now he's about to mess with the dragon, and you got to be careful if you try to ride the dragon, okay, and stuff, because it'll ride you. Okay, so Seven of Cups is a very powerful, that's a very good Kanye West card. Okay, and stuff. Now we got the Eight of Pentacles energy. Notice there is the woman, and she's got the crystals, and she's got the, she's got the candles. And sometimes I wonder if those Kardashians are witches. Okay, I could probably do I'm just saying. Okay, is she working? Because she definitely, had put him under a spell. Let's put it that way. That ain't wrong. Okay. Stuff. This is also Eight of Pentacles about the work. He was a means to an end for her to elevate herself. Just saying, and stuff. And Eight of Swords reversed. He needs to get free of this kind of this situation entanglement. What does the Eight of Swords show? See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. It normally, now it could also be a man, but it also shows a woman wearing red who is bound up, blindfolded, surrounded by swords. And what does the red represent in tarot? No, I know it's different in this one. Power. Okay, I'm telling you, this stripping of his power, binding him up by the Kardashians has messed him up and everything. But also the Eight of Swords is reversed. So it's like he's trying to get free and have power, in certain ways and stuff, because he doesn't have it here. And this is what he's reacting, and he's flipping out, and he's just like he was even going to run for president, and there was a whole breakdown. It was crazy, right? Okay, I'm telling you, they eat them for lunch. Okay, this is what they do and stuff. So let me kind of go ahead. I would say the Page of Pentacles reverse. I feel this is the daughter North. Remember what I said? There's a big whole thing, the little TikTok thing. He wants, this, her fire. He just like, no, she should not be on there. Ace of Wands reversed. Okay, remember, which could be also Ace of Wands can be sexual energy, guys. Okay, he's very concerned. This is very upsetting to him. Okay, he does not want her exploited. Okay, the sexual energy, this, that, being exploited for any kind of, this is why he's very concerned. I don't want makeup, I don't want this, and stuff. I understand. He's worried about this stuff. And also, and what else have we got? The King of Swords reverse and stuff. What is his birthday? What is Kanye West's birthday? Okay, June 8th,
1977.
He's Gemini. King of Swords. Perfect.
Kanye West.
Yep, there we go. So it looks like things are lining up, like with Candace Owen being Aries, him being Gemini. Hey, we can understand who is Gemini and stuff. But King of Swords reverse. He's swinging that sword in a very negative direction. Where with the King of Swords is nice upright. He's very cool, collected, speak his truth. He's just kind of raging with the sword here and stuff. And it's almost like, I know the Knight of Swords can be brutal too, but, we'll just talk about it in a minute and stuff. Six of Pentacles reversed. Let's just sit with that one for a minute. I know that's about give it as receive, but we got the King of Wands reversed, and we definitely got that African American there. But this here also, okay, here we go. And stuff. So now we're kind of, this also is Kanye, by the way. These are expressions here. And remember, Gemini has a couple personalities. Okay, but yes, ending with the King of Wands reversed, where he's trying to get that power. Notice that Leo, that lion. But like I said, if I was going to sit there with Kanye, if I was like, man, let's give you this reading. See, we got that trying to be powerful. We got that Leo, that energy. We got a lot of anger, right? And stuff. But also with power, as we talk about the Seven of Cups, one of the cups has the dragon. Power. He's already got the jewels, the wealth. He already got the wreath, the fame. He already dealt with the beauty, the vanity. He got the woman who's supposed to be beauty, and look where that led you. Okay, you're getting eaten for lunch. Okay, the castle's built on the sand. Certain things just kind of fall apart. They don't always go the way you want, and everything. Maybe given into some temptations with the snake. Okay, but riding the dragon and stuff, and that's why I see the reversal. With this going for power, which is misplaced power, because this is where he wants, some kind of semblance of power. And all this anger, the dragon's going to ride him, hence the reversal of the King of Wands. Okay? Where he's trying to get power because he's so angry. It's not for the right reasons. Okay? The dragon's going to ride him. It's riding him now. And stuff. And so it's a very, and what he really needs to do is kind of stop this. Like if I'd be like, Kanye, please stop this. And stuff. Your real core issue is your family. This is where your heart is. And stuff. And I know it's a struggle, and maybe you gotta, get some rights in there, fighting there, or, whatever you gotta do there. And just all you can do is do the best you can do. You're up against a big powerhouse, a big family here. And stuff, and I know you want to protect your family. I respect that, but this is this raging. I'm angry and I'm raging and I can't. Maybe put it into music like you used to, not go and attacking other people, like not attacking Jewish people. Not attacking Black Lives Matter people and stuff. Which, like I said, if you got maybe a little issue with the org versus the movement, and just like say, leave George Floyd and his family alone. Stop attacking, and stuff. What are you really angry about? Well, start writing your music again. Put it in your music. Leave out, other cultures. Leave out George Floyd. And just what at your core, what are you angry about? Because it's deeper than all this shit. Because you're about to get rode by the dragon and stuff. And getting Parlor is just going to get him in a whole lot of mess. Okay, which is, we'll just have to see how that goes, because he does have the financial ability. Now, he doesn't have as much money as Elon Musk, and he can't obviously afford to buy Twitter, but he could probably afford to buy Parlor with no problem and stuff, and do whatever. But I'm telling you, the dragon's riding him, and it's gonna ride him and stuff if he doesn't get some some help. But I would say that would be one of the best ways. As a matter of fact, I can look at it because that King of Swords, one thing they can do is communicate right and stuff, and that would be the one thing I would suggest. And just like I said, the Knight of Sword, get to work, get to expressing yourself, get to writing again, just like there. Get running with, get moving with it. Write it, journal it, and, however you got to do that. That's the way to do it and everything. Except, but I got that Hierophant reverse. Maybe, that separation, I believe they're officially divorced, the marriage and all that, which the Hierophant can be, separating the lovers, divorce, whatever. Write about that in your music. Put it out there. I bet people can relate to it and everything. That would be the best way and stuff. And get some balance. Now, temperance, especially for the bipolar, that's one of the big things. You got to balance those highs, lows. Like if you're on some manic high, you can't be going on Twitter and saying bad shit about people. You got to be calm. You got to be cool. You got to get your balance and everything like that. And then, and then also as things are growing, what's going beneath the surface there? What's really beneath the surface there that you gotta uproot the problem. What's really going on here? It's not about. I don't even think you really care that much about Jewish people and all this. So I don't even think you believe half the shit you're saying. You're just really angry about some stuff because you don't have power with your kids and stuff. And so that's what I would say. Don't let the dragon ride you. If you don't stop the madness, the dragon's going to ride you right into the ground. You're already about to go into court in a big old lawsuit that's going to get ugly because it looks like it's going to go down and stuff. And then other shit. And then everybody's going to turn on you. Everybody's going to hate you. And you might think, well, I'm speaking my truth and all that and stuff. But no, and while, some things you're kind of speaking truth, like you said about the family, I get that and stuff. But, at the same time, there's also just a lot of negativity that is riling up people, that is upsetting people. And I don't think when, you first started writing music, that was your intention. Maybe reach people, but not rile up people and make them like this, just being very negative and stuff. So that's what I would say. If I had them in front of me as a client, don't let the dragon ride you, because the dragon will ride you, and it will be ugly. Okay, it's already ugly, but it can get worse from here. But it's mainly going to get worse for him. But of course, yes, could there be casualties and other people? And sure, but more so him than anyone else. He's hurting himself, and stuff. And that's, it is a shame, especially when I do feel, believe it or not, I know once I get past all the ugliness, that he really does love these kids, and he's frustrated and stuff with what's going on, and he's being protective, and everything. But this damn family, that's what they eat him for lunch, and that's what, and I know he's trying not to get eaten for lunch, but it keeps happening, right? And so that's a tough one. That's a lot of heavy duty fire emotion. I would say even more fire. There's a lot of anger. There's a lot of anger in him and stuff like that, and but a lot of that stab in the back, the feeling betrayed, but I feel there's a little betrayal of each other in there too, okay, and stuff. But then her kind of coming out, I know I'm a victim. Eating them for lunch, Kim, okay, especially messing with his kids. That's messing with his heart. Okay, the birthday party, the TikToks, you know what you're doing, honey. I know what you're doing. I got your number. All right, we'll kind of go ahead and keep an eye on this one. That was a big, long one, man.